Hi, everyone, and welcome back to POMpod, the Peace of Mind podcast, your place for practical tips, real life stories, and a whole lot of peace of mind when it comes to planning for the future. I'm Travis Gasper, a state planning attorney here in Texas and the founder of Gasper Law. Today's episode is one I think is especially important as we head into the holiday season. We're talking about 3 essential questions to ask your parents. Questions that can spare your family from confusion, conflict, and heartache later on. Now, I know this isn't exactly light holiday conversation like peppermint bark recipes or who's bringing the mashed potatoes, but the truth is, the holidays are one of the best times to connect, reflect, and, if the moment feels right, to gently open the door to some meaningful conversations. These questions aren't about fear, they're about clarity, respect, and making sure the people you love feel truly heard. So let's dive in. Question 1. What do you want your end of life to look like if you become seriously ill? This is one of the most important questions you can ask, and it's also one of the hardest. Most people think this question is solely about life support or medical interventions, but it's so much bigger than that. It's about your parents' values and what matters most to them in their final days. Do they want to be surrounded by family? Would they prefer to stay in their home if possible? Are there specific treatments they would or wouldn't want? Having clarity here prevents family members from guessing or arguing later on, something I see all too often in my line of work. A gentle way to ask is, I want to make sure I honor your wishes. What would be most important to you if you became seriously ill? This approach centers them and communicates love, not pressure. Question 2. What do you hope any money you leave us will do for us? Inheritance can be a touchy subject, but this question isn't about dollar amounts, it's about intention. Your parents may have a vision for how they want their money to be used. Maybe they want to fund their grandchildren's education. Maybe they want to help you stay in your home. Maybe they want part of their legacy to support a charity that means something to them. I can tell you from years of working with families, when parents are silent, children often guess wrong. And those mismatches can lead to guilt, resentment, or choices that don't align with their parents' values. This is also a chance to understand what your parents fear. For example, do you worry the money could cause conflict? Is there anything you'd hate to see happen with it? These conversations help everyone get on the same page before decisions have to be made. A caring, curious way to ask is, what impact would you love for your money to have on our lives? Is there anything you'd hate to see happen with it? Question 3. If you became incapacitated, would you want to stay at home or go to a nursing home? This one is big, not only emotionally, but financially. A sudden need for long-term care can derail even the strongest families. I've seen families scramble to make decisions, unsure of what their parent wanted, or even what's possible. Some people will do anything to stay at home. Others, once they understand what full-time home care involves, prefer the support and structure of a facility. There's no right or wrong answer, but knowing the answer ahead of time allows you to plan, save, and prepare. A thoughtful way you could ask is, if you couldn't care for yourself, would you prefer to stay at home or consider a nursing home? What kind of care would help you feel safe and comfortable? These are deeply personal preferences. Your parents deserve the chance to talk about them in their own words. One of the biggest misconceptions about estate planning is that it's just about signing documents. In reality, estate planning is about asking the hard questions, understanding your loved one's wishes, reducing stress for future you, and making sure your family has clarity when it matters most. These conversations don't have to be heavy or dramatic. You don't need to turn Christmas Eve into a family meeting, but during a quiet moment, after dinner, during a walk, While wrapping gifts, if it feels right, open the door. You might be surprised by how much relief your parents feel just knowing someone is willing to talk about this with them. If these questions have you thinking about your own plan, or if you realize your parents don't have one, it might be time to take the next step. At Gasper Law, we help families every day create thoughtful, comprehensive estate plans that reflect their values and protect their loved ones. The best first step is booking a peace of mind planning session. It's a 1-hour meeting where we answer your questions, explore your options, and walk you through our flat fees. And because you're listening today, here's a bonus. Mention this podcast episode, and we'll waive the $450 session fee. You can grab your spot at getpomps.com. That's getpomps.com. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend or sibling. You never know who might need it this holiday season. Until next time, take care, stay grounded, and keep planning for peace of mind.